I just signed a lease on a penthouse here in the middle of Sydney. Now, I say that not to brag, but to show you literally what is possible as I give you a quick tour. Now, you're gonna hear some background noise because it's a celebration day here in Australia. This section leads off to the bedrooms, the other living area, but you don't care too much about that, right? So, I just came back from up north, Gold Coast. I stayed in a 6-bedroom Airbnb. Lighting's terrible here, with my friend, Vincent. He makes about 500, 600 grand a month with a remote online fitness training company. 4 years ago, no offense to Vinny, because he's my boy, one of my close friends. He was a drug addict, he was an idiot, he was on Centrelink payments. His girlfriend, who's awesome, but his girlfriend was going to work while he was playing Fortnite all day. 4 years ago, I was in high school. I was nothing but just a footballer. I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. I had this huge athlete identity, but I didn't really have anything else going. Today, I just got this penthouse, right? Nothing above me. It's not a Miami penthouse where it's fucking on the 10th floor. We've all seen those guys. But the reason I say this is that I was speaking to Vinny. I was like, just how crazy it was that literally 4 years ago, we were dead broke because we were going to dinners. Vinny was wearing a $70,000 watch. I had my super expensive watch on. So like, we were just talking. We kind of both had a pinch me moment at the same time. Like, look how far we've come. And at the same time, Vinny met up with his friend. And then after, Vinny was telling me like how he was in the exact same job, working in the same bar that Vinny used to work in. Like, time will pass. Life will go by either way. The world will keep spinning. Time will keep moving. You don't have any control over that. But what you do have control over is what you do with that time and where you go in that time. Imagine if 4 years ago, instead of making the decision saying, I'm going to be successful, I am going to making an income online work, imagine instead of saying that, I was like, making an income online doesn't work. Right? Because like, either, there's two types of people. Either you blame the model, as in the business model, or you become so good and so foolproof that no matter what business model you pick, it works. Because it's not about the business model. They work. It's about you. It's about you. Right. And then imagine if Vinny, when he was on Centrelink payments, and then he wanted to start an online business, what if when he started his first dropshipping store and it didn't work? He was telling me this story, which is super funny, because I don't believe dropshipping is the best place to start for beginners, so I shit on it. But he was telling me the story. Imagine if he failed. Imagine if he stopped. I mean, he did fail. Imagine if he stopped, sorry. And he didn't try his online coaching business. Would he be making 500-600 grand a month at 25 years old right now? No. He wouldn't be. Would I be sitting in a penthouse in the middle of Sydney? No. I wouldn't be. So, if you believe you can, and you genuinely go for it, you will. But if you believe that you can't, you won't. Even if you genuinely try. Like, you can try your hardest, but if you don't believe that you will be successful, it won't happen. Because you're going to self-sabotage, you're going to slow yourself down. If you don't even believe you'll get there, you're not going to do the work required to get there. Because when it gets hard, you're going to revert back to comfort. Because no one works harder to live a worse life. So if you don't believe that working hard will get you a better life, because you won't get the outcome, you're not going to work harder. So you need to be so delusional in what you believe. And that's extremely hard, because confidence and believing you will achieve an outcome usually comes from proof, as in having done the thing, right? Like, confidence doesn't come from shouting affirmations in the mirror and just saying, I'm great, I'm powerful, whatever the hippie people tell you to do whatever, scream in the mirror. Confidence actually comes from having undeniable proof that you've done the thing. But before you've done the thing, you won't have that proof. So naturally, you won't be confident. But unless you can muster that confidence up from somewhere, you will not be successful. For me, that confidence came from I was a professional footballer. I knew how to work hard. I knew how to be disciplined. I knew how to eat. I knew how to wake up at 6 a.m. and train 3 times a day. I knew that. I had those character traits. That was developed. That burning passion and urge inside of me was there. I just had to change it from sport, from football, for me, soccer, if there's any Americans watching, to business, to sales. And then once I did that, I saw, holy fuck, this translates extremely well. Let me lock the fuck in and try be the best. Be a professional salesperson, be a professional entrepreneur. A few years later, I'm here with all the cool things that I've done that I won't tell you about. Because you probably don't care if you don't know who I am. Right. So, if you're an athlete, you don't have proof from making 10K a month or doing this online or having these achievements that make you confident, but you do have proof that you can be disciplined, you can be hardworking, you can be focused when it means something to you. So you have to realize what's really on the line. What do the next 5 years in your life look like if you stay in the exact same spot, in the same job, versus if you make an income online, you start traveling the world, you learn skills? How far could you really go, and how different would your life look for you, but also the people around you? And then once you realize what's on the line, the 2 different realities you could live, then it means something. And once it means something, muster rough enough confidence, enough proof, not from you doing the thing, but from you being an athlete, and just go for it. That is what I did. That is what Vinny did. He was a footballer. He was big in the gym. Do those things, and it might just change your life if you have the courage to go for it. And if you don't, maybe it wasn't meant for you anyway. Have a great day.